Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this December the 16th, 2024. I'm hoping everybody had a great Monday out there so far. Everybody has a great Monday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be looking at the lower 48 and the system that's crossing the country as well. We got a cold front located from up here across southeast Canada, stretching all the way back into Texas, bringing some showers and storms to that region. That will continue to push eastbound. We got a little system here flaring up right just north of the Bahamas. Looks a little impressive, but should not develop into anything. And also we got another system moving in across the western United States from near Washington, Oregon State to California with Montana, Wyoming, and portion of Colorado. That will continue to push east. Then we got another system coming in on shore over here, which will move eastbound as well. So right now we have a zonal flow from west to east, but later on the jet stream will dive to the south and the system will come in from the Pacific Northwest, across portion of the central U.S., across the southeast, and then back up across the northeastern United States later on down the road. So alrighty, if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue getting the show on the road here, folks. Alright, you can see here we got some shower activity up here around New Brunswick, the Maine, the New Hampshire, the Vermont, the Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island area, and the coastal waters. We got mixed precipitation from New York State across the Great Lakes region, across Michigan, Wisconsin, also northern Michigan, also northern Illinois, and portion of Iowa, and also Minnesota. We got snow flying from Minnesota through the Dakotas, back to Montana. A little bit over in Wyoming, also down in Idaho as well. Colorado region also. More activity from western Montana with mixed precipitation there, stretching all the way to Washington, Oregon State. Pockets of heavy snow over portions of northern Idaho and also northern Washington State. Shower activity elsewhere in the green here, stretching from portions of Washington, Oregon State, and the coastal regions. Also, thunderstorms and showers from Texas all the way up into Kentucky. More shower activity from Missouri, all the way up into portion of Ohio, also West Virginia, back down into western North Carolina, upstate South Carolina, and northern Georgia. Also, we got thunderstorms and showers across much of Florida and also the coastal waters, and also South Florida as well. Also across the Florida Keys, northwestern Bahamas, and the Gulf of Mexico. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Tuesday. Alright, here is your Wednesday forecast. As you can see, we got mixed precipitation from northern Maine, stretching across the Great Lakes, back in the portion of Wisconsin, to Michigan, down to Indiana, Ohio, portion of Pennsylvania, down into West Virginia and the Virginia mountains. Also, we got more mixed precipitation in Minnesota, across to North Dakota, freezing rain from there, from North Dakota back into northern Montana, with more mixed precipitation also in western Montana to Idaho to Washington, portion of northeastern Oregon, northern Washington State. Shower activity elsewhere in Washington, Oregon State, and coastal areas of northwestern California. We got a little bit of snow flying up here in portion of Montana, Wyoming, also northeastern Idaho. Then we got thunderstorms and showers from Texas all the way to Tennessee, to the Carolinas, back to Florida, Florida Keys, Gulf of Mexico, and also the coastal Atlantic waters. Also back to Tennessee, more shower activity from portion of Missouri to Kentucky to Virginia, through portion of D.C., Delaware, up toward portion of Rhode Island, and also Massachusetts, Connecticut region as well. We have some freezing rain also possible in New York State over into Maine. Elsewhere, dry high pressure in charge of your local forecast area for your Wednesday. Alright, let's move on to the current watches warning advisory map for your location across the nation. Alrighty, here's that winter storm going on up here in the northeast, also out west, but we'll talk about this here in the first, in the northeast, from Maine down in the portion of New Hampshire and Vermont. We have special weather statements and wind advisories there as well, stretching over New York State. We got a lot of special weather statements from Pennsylvania, also in the West Virginia, and also Virginia, and also northern western North Carolina mountains. We got the river flood warning still in effect for South Carolina low country area near the Georgetown, I think around between Georgetown and Charleston area. Also, we got some flood advisories for portion of Kentucky, Tennessee, portion of Texas, and also western portion of Arkansas. And then we got high wind warnings in portions of Wyoming, high wind watches in effect for Montana. We have winter storm warning, winter weather advisory stretching from Wyoming, over toward Montana, Idaho, also Washington, Oregon State, Northern California. Hydro issues over western portions of Washington State. Then we got wind advisories, also some red flag warning across Southern California, Western California, Northern California, and also western portions of Nevada. Alright, we have small craft advisory, gale warning stretching from up here near Washington State, Southern California, then from the Florida Keys all the way up to Maine. Hawaii and Chain Island, you look A-OK. Also, we got small craft advisory, gale warning around the Alaska area. Western Alaska, we have some freeze and spray warnings for you guys as well. Alright, Storm Prediction Center outlook. We had a marginal risk for today, but we're going to jump to day number 2. As you can see, we got from general thunderstorm from Louisville to Evansville to Bowling Green to Shreveport to Dallas down toward Waco, Austin, and San Antonio region. I would not be surprised to see maybe a marginal risk could be anywhere in this area as well. Also, we got a general thunderstorm from Jacksonville to Miami Beach and Fort Myers region as well, and also the Florida Keys for your Tuesday. Excuse me. Alright, let's take a look at day number 3. We have a big area of general thunderstorms stretching from up here near Charleston, West Virginia to Virginia Beach. Raleigh, you're included, with Wilmington, North Carolina, Charlotte, Columbia, Charleston, down toward Miami, Fort Myers, Tampa, back to New Orleans, Waco, Dallas, also over to Austin, Shreveport, Louisiana, you're included as well. This general thunderstorm. Would not be surprised maybe a few severe thunderstorms possible in this area as well, but no widespread severe weather is expected. Alright, let's move on to the Climate Prediction Center 8 to 14 day temperature and precipitation outlook. Alright, you can see here pretty much 8 to 14 days. This was issued on this afternoon, December 16, 2024. This is valid from December 24th through December 30th. Much of the United States is going to be well above normal for temperatures. Also just near normal across the southern tip of Florida, but most of the United States is going to be well above normal in temps. And also pretty much the Hawaii and Chain Island as well. Much of Alaska, except the central and northwestern area where it will be near normal to below normal in Alaska. Alright, precipitation wise, we can see below normal precipitation from Maine down to western to eastern New York State, near normal from remainder of New York State down to the Carolinas, Florida, back to portion of Louisiana, and then over a portion of Texas back into California. Below normal precipitation for portion of Arizona, New Mexico, and western Texas, and near normal for portions of Dakotas, portion of Minnesota. Elsewhere, expect slightly above to above normal precipitation from Michigan down to Texas, then well above normal precipitation out west from Washington, Oregon State, Northern California, also stretching over to Wyoming and Montana region as well. It's going to be below normal for much of the Hawaii and Chain Island, and above normal to slightly near normal precipitation across Alaska during this time frame. So, alright, if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, and we'll catch you back in the next one. So have a wonderful Monday evening, folks. Take care, and also enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got.